Hello, I'm Lindsay Vidal Esmeralda. I'm going to tell you about the informative speech that I have chosen my topic. Please forgive me for the nasally sound due to working conditions. I worked a lot through the nights in the cold, freezing rain and then found myself in the hospitals for work. So I have contracted a fresh head cold. I cannot breathe at all. So forgive me for that nasally sound. But for my informative speech topic, I have decided to inform you about how being a police officer can help promote what God values. I'm going to say that my general goal is to inform you, my audience, about being a police officer. My specific goal would be to show you how being a police officer in that job field shows, in this vocation, how we can promote peacekeeping and justice and service qualities, especially that God values according to His Scripture. So I'm going to do that with main points. I'm going to use the Beatitudes from Matthew 5. Blessed are the peacekeepers. And everyone is a child of God. And going through the comparisons of that, I'm going to use justice. I'm going to lead off with Psalms 106. Blessed are they that keep justice, and he that doth righteousness at all times. And I'm going to use a little comparisons from Psalms and some other scriptures to compare that. And then lastly, I'm going to focus on service. And I'll do this comparison through Ephesians 6. But as servants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart with good will, doing service as unto the Lord and not unto men. And I'll go through the comparisons of how, as police officers, a lot of, we're not just responding to calls, but a lot of our nights are filled with acts of service. And I'll go into that and how we perform those on a daily basis. For my persuasive speech, I'm going to be, I'm going to do a little public service announcement, and I'm hopefully going to persuade my audience to see things from my point of view, and I'm going to persuade y'all to how and when to use your emergency flashers on the roadways. I don't know if this is a problem that we have in some other states. In Texas, especially most recently, seems to be a little trend, and I'll go into that and persuade you on when and how to use those. And also, I would like to persuade y'all on how to respond if you see an emergency vehicle with its lights and sirens on the roadway. I know most of y'all know the answer, and it seems that for the most part people do what is necessary, but I guess in that fight or flight response people tend to freeze, and how problems can arise from that situation. And lastly, I'm going to persuade you with a little bit of tidbits and facts on if you are approached by a police officer, how to act and respond to them. And again, this has a lot to do with your walk of life and your choices that you've made. But just doing a couple of simple steps make it not only safer for us out there on the streets, but for you as well. And I think in learning a few things that are expected from you, or that can make the conversation go a little more smoothly, we can eliminate all of the most of the problems that tend to escalate way too quickly. So that is it for me, and hope y'all have a great week.